Hey you guys, welcome to the bag. If you're new, like, sub, turn on all the notifications so you're notified immediately when vids like this drop. And so far, you guys that have been riding, if you're finding value in these vids, continue to like, especially share because like it's generally on your guys' support right now as far as the channel growing. Speaking of which, last time I checked, I think we were at 91 subs, so we are closing in on the 100 sub mark. Another thing is if you guys haven't been catching my actual first look vids and you guys hadn't checked back up on the cheat sheet I put up there, you guys missed out on a lot of great plays. So if you didn't get them from me by checking back there, I certainly hope you guys, did get what you needed out of these early first look on the juice vids. I think we had a lot more that hit, and just for you guys that are new or just joining, I will say a lot of the times, especially with these bigger names, they do tend to be a little bit more risky just because the lines on these guys are so high compared to like what I consider to be like lower to upper mid tier guys, which usually are the players that either tend to just fall short or over exceed. So we try to catch them when they're in their spots to over exceed. So I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, we did have a lot of good ones like Paul George under PRA. He stayed under. Luca, I think, just made it over by two PRA or whatever to miss on the under. I'm not sure if Sabonis went under. I think Jokic did go under PRA. There were a lot of rebound guys I was high on, like Nurkic, even at 10 rebounds. I told you guys if Durant's rolled out, looked at his props. So if you were on that, you targeted. And I told you guys that Golden State Phoenix game, there were going to be a lot of good targets. And I put a lot of those props up in on the midday sheet, like Chris Paul over 2.5 rebounds I had up there. Unfortunately for us, is with the Devin Booker, he got into some early foul trouble, and I think it just kept him from like being aggressive as far as going after rebounds, for that first, two to three quarters. So that was just unfortunate because that's one variable I can never really factor in, guys. Unfortunately, I can never know when any particular player is going to get injured or be in foul trouble. Usually, if a player is foul risk, I will point that out. But usually, generally, Devin Booker is not known to get into a lot of foul trouble. So that was just unfortunate with that one. The James Harden over 7.5 rebounds, assists, that hit before halftime. Nurkic over 10 rebounds, that hit before halftime. Chris Paul over, I don't know if I told you guys, but Chris Paul over 2.5 rebounds, that hit before halftime. Taurine Prince over 2.5 rebounds. If he didn't hit that before halftime, I believe he hit that in the third quarter. Like I said, there were a lot of good ones up on there, guys. Yeah, I think we had a lot of hits up there. So I hope overall you guys had a dang good Get Your Fed Taco Tuesday. And with all that said, we're going to move on to the next because I do try to keep these videos short, sweet, to the point. So before we get to the spreads, we do have a little bit of news. These guys are confirmed out for tomorrow. Marvin Bagley, Highwood Highsmith, Dennis Smith Jr., Landry Shamet. Questionable, Amen Thompson, I Quickly, Tari Eason, Otto Porter Jr., Chris Boucher. Uncertain, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. These two teams are on a back-to-back today. Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. Speaking of Phoenix on being on a back-to-back, definitely look for Chris Paul's lines, specifically on the rebounds and/or rebounds assist prop when it comes out, because I think, yeah, he's definitely that sixth man ringer for the Golden Suns. So especially with them being like on a back to back. And with that being said, once I knew Chris Paul was expected to play, it kind of muddied the water as far as like Klay Thompson. Not so much Curry, but more with Thompson and just in general with because how they rotate those guys. So that's why later in the day on the mid sheet, Thompson and all that wasn't as much of a priority. We had much better stuff like that. There was a lot of rebound props I like Booth over 8.5 rebounds, Nurkic over 10 rebounds. There were some easy ones, like I said, in there that we hit. The Harden over rebounds and assists went. Paul George under PRA. I mean, we had so many good ones up there on the cheat sheet today, guys. I certainly hope you guys, like, if you faded off on those riskier big names, that paid off for you. Oh, Kobe White over 19.5 points. That was another one that went. So yeah, we had a lot of good stuff up on there today. And with all that being said, guys, we're gonna get over to the spreads. Okay, so we have 11.5 swing favoring Philadelphia, 7.5 swing favoring New Orleans, 7.5 swing favoring Miami, 2 point swing favoring Toronto. This is going to be a pretty tight game. 7.5 swing favoring Houston, 6.5 swing favoring Milwaukee. No spread on the San Antonio Lakers game because of news, and then as of right now, no spread on the Phoenix and Brooklyn game, probably because of the news there or potential news. So what I have up on the board right now, as usual, guys, this is just out of what's up on the board right now is what stands out as like the in terms of what has the best odds to go under or over. Yeah, nothing new has been added, guys. So I got six up here on the board right now for you to look at. Whatever prop you want to take on Terry Rozier, if it's just points or if it's the whole PRA, I don't think they had like points and assists specifically on him. Yeah, they don't have just yeah. See, they don't have his prop up. Oh, yeah, they do now. Wasn't up there earlier when I looked. I see some new ones. Yeah, guys, all around Terry Rozier, whatever prop you guys prefer his, I ain't got no problem with that. I would probably just take the whole damn PRA if you felt that strong about it. But yeah, that's why he's up here. Okay, so we do have a few new ones. It seems like that they finally added in. Not too much more, but a few more. Okay, anyway. Caleb Martin, as far as I know, Bam is ruled out again. Just looking at this last game up against Charlotte, we do know they tend to give up some rebounds, so I think he looks pretty good to go over 6.5. Miles Turner, I get it's still a tough matchup against Milwaukee, but I do believe he can walk away. Given he stays out of foul trouble now, he does have that little bit of risk, but given as long as he could do that, I could see him coming away out of this game with at least 9 rebounds. Jimmy Butler, last time in so many games, he's gone under 6 rebounds. I think the most he got last time against Charlotte. Now, this one here is a bit risky because, there's always that upside, but just given how he's been playing in past game, how that looked, it looks pretty good for the under. And then Sengun, I got up right now because out of all the players under blocks and steals, he looks like he has the highest potential to hit that. So yeah, these are some of the clear standouts that are on the board right now. There's still a lot of other decent ones you can look at and consider without a doubt, guys. But like I said, I'll give you guys more of that, and after I get more news and get a more deeper depth and look into all this, I will have way more and of course better stuff. This is just first look at what's on the board, guys. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys all had a great Taco Tuesday. Hope you guys hit some bags for sure, and as again, appreciate you guys for stopping by and checking out what we got going on here at the bag. Again, if you guys ever do want to give anything back, that will be down in the description. But yeah, the greatest thing you could do, especially if you guys are getting value out of this right now, is like, sub, share, get the word out, help the channel grow, and just continue to let the results you guys are having really speak for themselves. So I think overall everybody here had a pretty good day. So with that being said, guys, until next time, you know what it is. You know what to do. Get a bag.